Sahajanand Swami Maharaj Ni Jai. Vachnamrit number 179, 178 and 174. In Vachnamrit number 179, Shriji Maharaj says that આ સંસારને વિશે જે સત્પુરુષ હોય તેને તો કોઈક જીવને લૌકિક પદાર્થની હાણ્ય વૃદ્ધિ થાતી દેખીને તેની કોરનો હર્ષ શોક થાય નહીં. અને જ્યારે કોઈકનું મન ભગવાનના માર્ગમાંથી પાછું પડે ત્યારે ખરખરો થાય છે. કાં જે થોડોક કાળ જીવવું ને એનો પરલોક બગડશે, માટે એને એ જ મોટી હાણ્ય થાય છે. A Satpurush, a Satgurus, is neither interested in our pains nor interested in our pleasures, because pains and pleasures, ups and downs, highs and lows, are a part and parcel of life. There is no point wasting time, energy and attention behind these. What is a human birth given for? For Kalyan, for connection with God, for walking on the path of God, for seeking the Almighty, for resonating with the Divine Spirit. And he says that when someone's mind gets astrayed from the path of God, that's when a Sadguru or a Satpurush feels that something needs attention now. They feel disappointed, they feel concerned when they see that one of their fellow seekers is getting astrayed. And they are giving a reminder કે થોડોક કાળ જીવવું અને એનો પરલોક બગડશે. There is a life before death, there is a life after death. Whatever we do for the short-term outcomes of life before death never stays with us forever. And in fact, most of these things, when done inappropriately, without vivek, without discernment, with attachment, for these short-term gains, has long-term effects that are going to cause us distance with God, that are going to cause us rebirth, that are going to make us go through this life experience again and again and again till we have learned the lesson. In Vachnamrit number 178, he elaborates on this. કે તમે સર્વે અમારા કહેવાયા છો, તે જો હું તમને ખટકો રાખીને વર્તાવું નહીં અને તમે કાંઈક ગાફલપણે વર્તો તે અમ થકી દેખાય નહીં. You are all mine, he's saying. And if I don't steer your life experiences in ways that you stay on the path and learn the right lessons, then you will get complacent and negligent in life. If you get complacent or negligent, you will lose what is at most important as a meaning and purpose of this human life. I may plant some experiences in your life that are meant to teach you a lesson. Don't get afraid. Don't get anxious. It is to bring you closer to me, because you got carried away in life. You got attached on this path. You got astrayed on this path. I have to bring you back. For that, I may plant a particular event in your life, a particular person in your life, a particular disease in your life. There may be some reality checks. There may be some wake-up calls. There may be some examinations that I take. But what is the purpose with which a teacher takes an exam? Only and only to check how far you have come, how good your homework was, how authentic your commitment to the education is, how distracted you are by all the other things that are integrated in the school. A school always integrates fun with education, sports with education, friendships with education. It's an entire ecosystem but the balance and the vivek needs to be there. So he does take examinations to check if the balance is lost. માટે જે અમારા કહેવાના છો તેમાં અમારે એક તલ માત્ર કસર રહેવા દેવી નથી. માટે તમે પણ સુધા સાવધાન રહેજો. I'm not going to even leave the smallest of grain of shortcomings in your life. And I'm requesting you to also be alert that you also not let any negativities or shortcomings remain inside you. जो जराए गाफलाई राखशो तो तमारो पग टकशे नहीं. It's such a slippery path that even if you keep the smallest of negligences or you have even the tiniest of complacent attitude, it is not going to help you last on this path. અને અમારે તો જે તમે ભગવાનના ભક્ત છો તેના હૃદયમાં કોઈ જાતની વાસના તથા કોઈ જાતનો અયોગ્ય સ્વભાવ રહેવા દેવો નથી. A clear teacher's intent for all of us seekers. He says, તમે જે ભગવાનના ભક્ત, all of you who have claimed to be seekers and lovers of God, I'm talking about that community, in your heart, in your hृदय, कोई जातनी वासना, any sort of dependency on any desire on the fulfillment or unfulfillment of which your state of being is going to become unhappy, disappointed, happy, joyful. I'm not going to let such triggers, such vasanas, such desires remain in your life. Your state of being is completely in your hands, independent of any vasana, any desires, any choices in life. This choicelessness, this desirelessness, this non-dependency on any external triggers for our internal state of being is one thing that is non-negotiable for God. અને કોઈ જાતનો અયોગ્ય સ્વભાવ, any sort of nature or attitude or approach within us which is inappropriate, any sort of negativities, any sort of virtues that are not suitable to a seeker or a lover or a child of God, I will not let remain inside you. Kam, krodh, lobh, moh, maya, none of it. અને જે ગુણ, ઇન્દ્રિયો, અંતઃકરણ એમાંથી કોઈનો પણ કુસંગ રહેવા દેવો નથી. સત્વગુણ, રજોગુણ, તમોગુણ, 10 ઇન્દ્રિય સેન્સીસ, 4 અંતઃકરણ્સ, મન, બુદ્ધિ, ચિત્ત, અહંકાર, none of them would have any sort of kusang of sansar. Everything would be vibrating the divine frequency of God. માઇક ઉપાધિએ થકી રહિત સત્તા માત્ર આત્મા રૂપે થઈને ભક્તિ કરો એવા સર્વેને કરવા છે. You overcome this illusionary Maya and all the upadhis that come in Maya. The design of life, like we already understood, has highs and lows, ups and downs. We have to live beyond them because who are we? We are the Atma, the soul, the Satta, the person who owns this rented human body. The owner is the spirit. The spirit has taken this body on a lease. When the lease ends, the spirit is going to leave this body, and all the things that belong to this body, the relationships, the accumulations, the senses of belonging, the ego, the senses, the antakaran, everything pertaining to this body is going to be left behind, and the Satta Matra Atma will move forward towards reunion with God. Hence, what is it important that we do in this human birth? Bhakti of God. We love God. Who gave us this leased human body? God. Who gave us this home called the universe to experience this play called life? God. We must have utmost gratitude for God. And bhakti is nothing but an expression of gratitude towards God. ને કોઈ જાતનો તમારામાં માયાનો ગુણ રહેવા દેવો નથી. You get boggled by sattvagun, rajogun, tamogun. You get boggled by circumstances of life. I don't want you to be like that. આ જન્મમાં સર્વે કસર ટાળવી છે. In this birth itself, I want to make you achieve this kind of state of being. ને જો ન ટળી તો બદ્રિકાશ્રમમાં જઈને અથવા શ્વેતદીપમાં નિરંમુક્ત ભેળા તપ કરીને સમગ્ર વાસના બાળીને ભસ્મ કરવી છે. If this doesn't work, I will give you other opportunities. I will put you in another institute called Badrikashram, or I will put you in another experience called Shwetadip, in which you will have to do a lot of tap, a lot of penance, and overcome all these vasanas and ayogya swabhavs. પણ ભગવાન વિના બીજા કોઈ પદાર્થમાં પ્રીતિ કરે રહે એવું રહેવા દેવું નથી. Whatever special classes it takes for you to graduate in the University of Spirituality, I will give you all those special classes. But the eventual goal will be that you will be in unconditional love with the creator of this universe. And you will have detached love for the creation. Love is our language of existence. But with the sansar, with the illusion, it has to be detached. And with the divine, it has to be attached. सर्वे हरिभक्त तथा सर्वे मुनि मंडल सावधान रहजो. He is pleading us that we all need to be सावधान, alert. What kind of alertness? After coming on the path of spirituality, we must be extremely authentic. And hence in 174th Vachnamrit, he insists, જેને પરમેશ્વરને ભજવા હોય તેને ભગવાનની અથવા ભગવાનના ભક્તની સેવા ચાકરી મળે ત્યારે પોતાનું મોટું ભાગ્ય માનીને તે સેવા કરવી. If on this path of seeking, if we get opportunities to do bhajan, to do seva, to do sadhana, to have the company of even the seekers and lovers of God, to have an opportunity to be in loving service of not just God, but His saints or even His bhakts, even His lovers. All of this is potanu mottu bhagya. We are very lucky and blessed if we have those experiences. માટે ભગવાનની પ્રસન્નતાને અર્થે અને પોતાના કલ્યાણને અર્થે ભક્તિએ કરીને જ કરવી. પણ કોઈ વખાણે તે સારું કોઈ દિવસ સેવા ચાકરી કરવી નહીં. Never do seeking out of man or want of man. When we get on this path, we can even do these things so that others praise us, oh wow, he's such a good seeker. Or the Guru praises us, oh wow, he's serving me so well. Or just to please God. We don't have to do this for the want of praises. We should not do this for the boost of the ego. We should not do this just out of pretense, for showing off of how good a human being I am. It should be done authentically, only and only so that God sees us and becomes proud of us. Only and only so that we progress on this path. Only and only because we make good use of this opportunity of spirituality. To even be at the feet of God is a blessing. To even be chosen to do some work of God is a priceless opportunity, is a priceless blessing. We should never feel, oh, you know what, I do this service and I do that service. જીવનો તો એવો સ્વભાવ છે જે પોતાને માન જડે તે જ કરવું ગમે. ને માન વિના તો ભક્તિ પણ ગમે નહીં. How are we? We like to do everything in which our ego gets boosted. And he explains in this Vachanamrit what an ego boost is like. જેમ શ્વાન હોય તે સૂકા હાડકાને એકાંતે લઈને જઈને કરડે, પછી તેણે કરીને પોતાનું મોઢું છોલાય, તે હાડકું લોહિયાળું થાય, તેને ચાટીને રાજી થાય. પણ મૂર્ખ એમ નથી જાણતો જે મારા જ મોઢાનું લોહી છે તેમાં હું સ્વાદ લઉં છું. If a dog takes a bone made out of wood and keeps chewing on it, at some point his own skin bleeds and blood comes out of it. That blood goes and sticks to the wooden bone that is given to that dog, and he feels, wow, wood came out of the dog, out of the bone, and hence he keeps chewing the bone even more, because now he feels that the taste of blood that he's getting is from the bone, but the taste of blood is from within. Whatever we are experiencing as an ego boost is all coming from within. Nobody is praising us or giving us that elevated state of a stage where we feel, wow, I'm being noticed. It's all self-created, boosted. In fact, all our miseries are self-created. In fact, all our joys and sorrows in life are self-instigated. But we feel it's because of things. Nothing is because of it. It is our own taste. Everything lies within. If we control what's there within us, we shall live a life of much more, a life that is much more orchestrated, because every feeling, every emotion, every thought is eventually in the control of the spirit. But if we have lost that control, it is in control of circumstances. It is in control of people, how people treat us, how circumstances unfold. What is the outcome of each desire that I desire? If the outcome is favorable to me, I feel happy. If it is not, I don't. ભગવાનનો જે ભક્ત હોય તે પણ માનરૂપી હાડકાને મૂકી શકતો નથી. Unfortunately, even after coming on the path of spirituality, the ego remains. And even a seeker is not able to leave this ego aside, this pretense aside, and do things authentically. જે ભક્ત સાધન કરે છે તે પણ માનને વશ થઈને કરે છે. There is man, ego in even doing the sadhans. હું કરું છું, હું કરું એ જ અજ્ઞાનતા, શકટનો ભાર જેમ શ્વાન તાણે. There was once a dog in the scorching heat. He wanted shade. He found a bullock cart. He went and slept in below that. At some point the bullock cart started moving. The dog still wanted shade, so it started moving with the bullock cart, and after some time it felt that he's riding the bullock cart. He was walking at the same speed as the bullock cart, and it felt as if he's riding it. This is the kind of ignorance we have. This mind, this body, these indriyas, these man, buddhi, cheta, ahankar, everything is a gift of God. Whatever we do out of it is out of His divine power. He is the doer, we are just the nimitt. But whenever we use all these supernatural robotic powers that He's given in the human body and we do something, the robot feels as if he's done something. The robot is able to do something because of the automation already done by the creator of the robot. We are just the robot. We are the spirit. કેવળ ભગવાનની ભક્તિ જાણીને ભગવાનની પ્રસન્નતાને અર્થે કરતો નથી. માનને તજીને જે ભગવાનને ભજે તેને તો સર્વે હરિભક્તમાં અતિશય મોટો જાણવો. If we want to become an authentic seeker, he says we have to do bhakti without man, only and only because we owe this to God, because God has given us this human birth only and only for that. And if we live with that focus, with that goal in mind, with that awareness, with that alertness, that I don't want any ayogya swabhav inside me and I don't want any more vasanas within me, this gift of God will not go waste. This time I'm going to graduate in the University of Spirituality and live this life with an uninterrupted connection with God. Let us promise this to him. Sahajanand Swami Maharajani